Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Corpus Christi. My name is Lauren Cantatori-Causey. My pronouns are she, her, and I am very pleased to be your worship associate this morning. Whether this is your first time that you've been with us or whether you've been with us for years, both here in person and you folks online, we unconditionally welcome you as your full, authentic self. We're excited to welcome you to our worship service this morning. We welcome all faiths and no faiths. In particular, we welcome you as you are and whoever you love and wherever you are on your journey. Our gathering this morning has intention and purpose. This space at this time is holy and sacred. Though we may often fall far short of our ideals, we come together with intention to grow as spiritual and moral beings. To that end, we recite a covenant each week, which is not a creed, but a promise that we make to one another. We live within our values, interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice, with love at the center. We have a couple of announcements. One thing I do want to say is I am so impressed with the turnout for Tacos Not Bombs yesterday for the sandwich making. Everybody did, it was amazing. We are doing some really wonderful work in outreach. The only other announcement that I know of is that the humanist group will meet 15 minutes after church ends, and Michael Causey is going to be the facilitator today and for the near future. And you have an announcement? Come on. Oh, yes. This is important.
Good morning. I'm Tess Cherry. Deborah Sunderman is my mother and has tasked me with voicing an announcement for the Awe Book Club thing. I don't know if she still has any books or not, but it's meeting August 8th. So that would be the first meeting.
If you are interested in participating, there are still some books at your local library that you might be able to check out. And just send call or get a hold of Debbie Sunderman, and she'd be glad to tell you everything else that's going on. The other thing that I did want to announce, which I almost forgot, is next Sunday, August 10th, is our annual backpack blessing. This is an all-ages group, and we will certainly not limit ourselves to backpacks. We would love for you to come with your briefcases, your purses, your merces, your portfolios, and we would love to have you be part of our blessing ceremony next Sunday. So, okay. It's our custom in this church to offer visitors and newcomers a chance to introduce themselves if they feel comfortable doing so. If it's your first time here, or you just feel ready to say hello after coming for a while, we invite you to stand as you are able, or raise your hand and tell us your name and where you are from. Ren will bring the microphone to you so that the people who are streaming us can also learn about you. Are there any people that would like to introduce themselves?
Hi, my name is Ali. I'm from Kingsville. Originally, I moved here from Nebraska. I have a YouTube channel called Clean Titans. I was here once before a couple of months ago, and then I was traveling and I couldn't come, and I'm back now.
Welcome.
Thank you. If you'd like to learn anything more, you can come talk to me.
Welcome. Is there anyone else that would like to introduce themselves this morning?
Hello, I'm Tristan Sauste. This is my Felix.
Oh,
And
welcome to both of you.
good morning.
Good morning.
Meow.
Well, we welcome you all and invite you to please join us for conversation after the service. We would love to get to know you. Our service will now begin. I would like to invite Tristan up to light our chalice while I share these opening words. Let's take a moment to bring ourselves present to ourselves, one another, and the work we are about to share in together on behalf of our community. Let us be grateful for the fellowship and companionship provided by this congregation and the knowledge that we do not work alone. Let us be mindful of qualities we know help us to work well, feeling respected, being heard, being focused on the task at hand, and may we in turn contribute to providing those conditions for others. Let us be about the work. Please rise in body or spirit for the affirmation of our church covenant. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human needs, all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with all we hold sacred. You may be seated.
And I'd like to invite everybody to sing along with us. There's a chorus, so it's real easy. You guys can join right in. Everybody's talking about bagism, shagism, dragism, madism, ragism, tagism, thisism, thatism, ism. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Come on, everybody's talking about ministers, sinisters, banisters, and canisters, bishops and fish-ups and rabbis and Popeyes and bye-bye and bye-byes. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Let me tell you now, everybody's talking about revolution, evolution, masturbation, flagellation, regulations, integrations, meditations, United Nations, congratulations. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Everybody's talking about Israel and Palestine and Sudanese and famine times, Thailand, Cambodia, Russia with Korean bombs. Can't fit them all in one song, but all we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Our story for all ages today is a video.
B is for banner, bobbing in the sky, billowing in the breeze, 'cause you're not shy. C. C is for co-op, cooperating cultures, creative counter to the corporate vultures. Oh, and cats. Can you find the cats? D. Little d democracy. More than voting, you'll agree. Dictators detest it. Donkeys don't get it. But you and me, we demand equality. E. Equal rights, black, brown, or white. Clean and healthy is a right. Every place we live and play, environmental justice is the way. F. F is for feminist, for fairness in our pay, for freedom to flourish and choose our own way. G. G is for grassroots, sprouting from below, sharing nutrients and the water's flow. Below the surface, we're all connected. Stronger together, we grow. H. H is for healthy food, a human right. Honeydew, jicama, nature's delight. Hummus, hot dogs, Havarti cheese. Hot dogs? Yes! Healthy hot dogs, please. And pizza. I. Indigenous and immigrant. Together we stand tall. Our histories are relevant. An injury to one is an injury to all. J is for justice. Yay for justice. Jia Jingjiang. Juanita Hamal. Justice for the janitors. Justicia for all. K. Kings are fine for story time. Knights are fun to play. But when we make decisions, we will choose the people's way. L. LGBTQ. Love who you choose, 'cause love is true. Liberate your notions of limited emotions. Celebrate with pride our links of devotion. M. Megaphones marching. Movimiento music. Hip hip hooray. It must be May Day. N. N is for no. No, no, no. Yes to what we want. No to what must go. No, no, no. O. Open minds operate best. Critical thinking over tests. Wisdom can't be memorized. Educate, agitate, organize. P. Peace March. Protest. Pow wow power to the people. Yeah! Coercion. Q is for question. Questioning coercion. Querying qualities counter false assertions. R. Radical Reds, the headline said. Ruinous rioters, the rumors spread. Rabble-rousing riffraff. Really? S. S is for sun, sol, solar. Superstar, stellar power. Fuels all life, not just flowers. Energized homes, cars, and showers. Silly, selfish scoundrels sucking on dinosaur sludge? Boo, hiss. T. T is for trans. For trains, tiaras, tulips, tractors, and tigers too. Trust in the true. The he, she, they, that is you. U is for weekends. U is for workers' rights. Wait, that's not U. That's W. U is for union. Union, yes. V is for Vox. What? Did you say fox? No, I said Vox. Did you say box? No, Vox. Rocks, blocks, socks? Vox. Vox of the people. Voice of the populi. Better go see the letter D. W. Wondrous world. Wondrous we. We cannot be whole. We cannot be free unless we delight in diversity. X. X is for Malcolm, as in Malcolm X. History's lessons can be complex. Remember Parks, remember King, remember Malcolm, and let freedom ring. Y. Y is for you and youth, your planet, your rights, your future, your truth. Y is for yes, 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 yes. Z. Z is for Zapatista, of course.
day. So he wrote this poem and delivered it to us one day, inspired by the action that we had been doing in town. So this is a poem inspired by some of the story we're going to hear today.
America is beautiful. She is strong to be so young, although her face is stained with centuries of her brutal oppression. Oh, can't you see her radiant smile as her lips drips promises to everyone who enters into her while lying through clenched white teeth. She is draped in the cloak of red, white, and blue, blood-soaked, leaving a trail to untold, forgotten cultures. Cries of the victimized flows like the wind. Yes, America is beautiful, but should I stand in honor, or must I kneel to her beauty? To God be the glory. Kelli Thompson is an assistant professor of psychology at Texas A&M Kingsville. She was born and raised on the wrong side of the tracks, literally, in Montgomery, Alabama, a city that is no stranger to civil rights history. As a youth, she was drawn to this history and began learning the tricks of the trade of social organizing through programs such as Youth in Government, the Civitan Group, Girls Slate, and basically any and all service organizations that existed to give poor kids like herself a shot at doing something, at doing some good trouble. She attended her first protest in Los Angeles, California in 2006 against the Iraq War. Since then, she has attended some of the biggest marches in Washington, D.C., including the Women's March in 2017 and the anniversary of Dr. King's Million Man March in 2020. Today, she'll share about a social experiment she started several years ago during the summer of George Floyd. Please welcome Kelli Thompson.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. I tend to walk around a lot, so I don't want to be kept here. I'm going to go ahead and move this away and get myself set up here because I didn't bring pizza, although I love that our little story talked about pizza. It is part of my story. It is a little treasure box that holds some goodies from the little social experiment that I'm going to share with y'all today. And I have some focal points here as well as some signs here that I'm going to pass around at a certain point so everybody can kind of get a feel for some of our main characters in this story. And all right, so a couple of things I wanted to start with is first to set the scene, some context, right? So we want to start with our setting and our timeline to remind us kind of where in space and time we are, all right? This story takes place in a city called Auburn, Alabama. Has anybody ever heard of Auburn, Alabama? All right, what have you heard of Auburn, Alabama? It's in Alabama. That's a good one. That's a good one. I used to live there. You're so smart. You're catching on so well. Others of you, what is Auburn famous for? Football. It's the one and only thing we do. It is a college town, right? College towns exist solely, for the purpose of football season, and then typically in these towns, right, these students come in August and September with a palpable, like, an energy that you can feel and notice in a college town. If you've ever lived in a college town, and when they leave, right, they'll stick around till the last week in May. They'll have that last kind of party day that we all have that kicks off by June. They're out, right? They're going back to home. Maybe mom and dad only got them a 9-month lease. The only people that are left in town are the locals during the summer and the people like me, poor kids who signed a 12-month lease and we still got 3 months of a thing and mom and dad can't pay 3 months of rent on us. So like we're stuck working the jobs that we are, the baristas and the restaurant workers and that. That's who's around town during the summer, right? In a college town. This is our time. We get to park wherever we want to. It's quite quiet. This energy is very different. The summer energy, so unique than the school time energy. So I want to make sure that we kind of understand that about our scene. And then our timeline. Where are we in history? This is the summer of George Floyd, right? This is 2020. Remember, what do we remember about that summer, 2020? COVID. We are right, like not a year out of COVID. Our kids were just shut down. We all had to experiment with online learning for the first time in our homes. We are stressed out to the max. And now these same kids that have been in our homes for 3 months are back in our homes for the summer, which was already stressful, right? We had just went through a time where vaccine isn't quite out yet. We're still wearing masks. This is June of 2020. We just barely got out of wiping down our groceries when they came out of the house. Like we were still so in the dark. A lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. We've been cooped up. And what hits all of our news feeds right about this time? a 9-minute video of a state-sanctioned murder. And somehow it breaks through all of our news feeds. All of our algorithms somehow see. Some of us got it earlier than others, but it found us all. Almost every one of us saw that video, and we're moved by it. And city after city started having protests. Some of those cities, buildings got set on fire. Some, not many. But those stories made the news, right? This is kind of the powder keg situation of what we've got going on. In the last weekend of May, the last weekend that the students were in town, there was, like many other cities at that time, a big, big George Floyd protest. It was led by the leaders of the Black Student Union here in this town. Another interesting thing to know about Auburn, Alabama, if you've ever been there, it is a very white town. I don't know who does these rankings, but there's some ranking about college diversity that goes out every year, and Auburn University is typically in the lowest. We are time and time and time again, year and year, ranked as one of the least diverse universities in our country. It is 97% white. You heard that. That means our black and brown individuals in this, students in this town, in every classroom that they go to sit in, they are the token brown person. Maybe there's two. Maybe they got a class where there were 3 of them together. But every time a conversation about race comes up, professor looks to them. Right? This is the kind of pressure that they're under. They have spent years at this institution being the token brown face in the room, having to lead the burden of the conversation for who should have been the well-prepared intellectuals in the room to lead the conversation. No, that's not what was happening in this town, right? Very important context, because these students had had enough, and they'd organized this big, massive, powerful, beautiful protest. And we all came out in our masks. I know what's coming in June. They're all leaving. We're all going to go back to our lives, and we're going to yet again be unchanged by this powerful moment, because I've shown up to lots of protests like this. Been moved. I see people go back. That is my challenge. That is the only thing that's kind of on my heart at this moment, is how do we keep this moment alive? How do we do something sustainable so that we're not just letting these black voices lead and blow off some steam, and then we all go back to our comfortable lives, and we let them come back in the spring and the fall and have their big football plans, and they're going to give a good show, because this is the only time black and white people mix in this town. Our churches are very segregated. Our eating spaces, our restaurants tend to be very segregated, right? We are decades past integration, and it is not caught up to this town. The only times we mix are during football and a couple of these big things, right? And this one protest where we all got together. So I'm like, how do I keep us from not going back to our corners again, our safe, homogeneous spaces? Now, for some of us, we need those spaces. I'm not saying those spaces are entirely bad, right? Black people worship differently than white people, and we need those spaces. But we need to be purposefully designing and creating spaces other than football that we're coming together on some type of common ground and talking and having conversations. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how to do it. This is just like the task. This is just a goal that I have. Let's do something sustainable. Let's do something with this moment. And so I take this sign right here. I'm going to go ahead and start passing this around so folks can see. It's got dirty paw prints on it. It's a cardboard sign that I picked up at the Women's March in 2018. The National Organization of Women was giving out a bunch of free signs. bunch of free things at the protest. We just happened to be walking by. I mean, it was standing room only in D.C. It's a miracle that I found it. I love free stuff. Well, y'all know me. I love free stuff. I'm like, free signs, oh my God. And I have seen this image before. Historian buffs, this is an iconic, National Organization of Women has done this exact protest sign. They've done it decades and decades. And again, you can see this in history books. I've seen this in the civil rights museums that I spent so much of my youth being bussed around and going to. And it's cardboard. But I sat down with that sign on June 1st, 2020, in the busiest section of this town, the most visible part of this town, for a couple of reasons. One, I knew it was going to be monitored. So if anything dangerous was going to happen, at least it was going to be monitored. Because from the get-go, remember, cities are burning. For me to go out with that sign at this moment by myself, sit down in the center of town, we got plenty of guns in the South, right? I don't even know why I'm still standing. But I sit down, I literally sit down on the ground. I bring music with me. I bring a little stereo with me. My neurodivergent mind knows that I'm going to need something to ground me and keep me there. And just sit. And I'll wait. I just want to meditate. I just want to figure this out. Again, the kids have left town. It's pretty quiet. But in the last couple of days, there's been pretty big uproar in Atlanta, Georgia, the closest city nearby. And that's where a lot of kids have been going. So our town has been a little quiet. So me sitting here, this is a bit of a record scratch for people. It is noticeable. I wasn't there long before people started literally kind of, you could see them drive by in their car and just kind of, their necks going, what? This is pretty visible. Within less than an hour, someone had driven by, seen me, parked their car, and came and sat to talk with me. It was an older gentleman. He introduced himself. He said, I'm a member of our local synagogue here, right? He's sharing stories about how his people, Jewish people, have, carried a lot of this with them, right? He's just sharing stories, and here I am thankful to be getting this context. We're sitting there chatting, and another person walks up. Mind you, I'm on the ground, and I just explained to you, this is an older gentleman. He got on the ground with me. It's June. It's hot bricks, right? This is not comfortable. But this man was driven out of the comfort of his air-conditioned car because I got to go see what this lady's doing. Another person, same thing, a young girl now. She's got to be just no more out, she's in her 20s, very young. She's just come back from Atlanta. And boy, she comes on the scene with so much energy. Literally, she's loud. She's yelling just out. It's a world about how mad she is at cops. She's so mad. All cops are bad. She's got so much to get off her chest. Because this is the first time she's kind of waking up. She's like, this is not the America I thought. I'm like, well, baby, you got some history museums to get into if you're shocked by this. But I'm going to let you, this is our space. This is our safe space. You get out what you got out, all right? And she's just getting all this anger out. Well, we had that calm energy. I don't even remember what was said by our older gentleman, but he took her energy and just kind of dissolved it. We had this really cool, special moment. We left that day, and I was like, man, that was special. I wonder if I can do that a second time. Because I had no plan. I had no plan for this. Let me see if I can do it a second time. I go the second day, sit down. Same thing. People are paying attention. They're driving by. Some are waving. A gentleman walks by. He takes a picture, an unsolicited picture. Takes a picture at me. I wave kindly. He gives me this very withering stare, and he shakes his head no. He was making sure he knew. He did not approve of what I did, and he was taking the photo to go and send back to whatever angry Facebook group he was in, right? He made his point. All right, sir. But you know what? He had to get out of his car to make that point. He had to go out of his way. He had to come find me. He had to be confronted with that very simple message, stop racism now. And if it hit a particular nerve, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, because we all notice that nerve. He goes about, I'm like, okay, not everybody's fine with this. That's the first time, second day, where I was like, all right, there's clearly negative energy to kind of process and document and things like that. Second day, another woman comes and sits with me. She goes, I just dropped my kids off somewhere. You know, I got a couple of hours. I saw you. I want to come here. We chat. She's a white lady. Again, it's 97% white town. Of course, everybody I've mentioned so far has been a white person. And we're chatting. She's talking, discussing how hard it is for her to explain this moment as a parent to her children. I don't have the words. I get it. I don't have kids. I didn't have answers. Neither one of us had answers. We just wanted to get stuff off our chest. Strangers, mind you. Because social media designs these bubbles, right? We're all on social media at this time. Remember, we've been cooped up into our houses. We've been in these bubbles. This was a really interesting way for me to pierce through some of that algorithmic bubble. I'm like, I am meeting people within my actual zip code, within my community, that I would have had no other way to do that. That's kind of special. So I keep showing up day after day after day and just, as a scientist, start collecting the data. Literally, on the ground, I took a piece of chalk with me, and I started calculating the positive and negative interactions. I had a little code book in my head that I was developing. I'm like, these are clearly, well, that's an ambiguous. We're not going to code ambiguous actions. We're just going to count them as, you know, we had a clear structure for taking some data. By this time, people had started sitting regular with me. Students who maybe were still in town. I had people that were making like, Wednesdays are my day to come sit with you. And one person who was coming pretty regularly, every day. And this kind of rinse and repeat pattern is still going. People are still showing up in that exact same spot. Today, yesterday was day 1,888. We're coming up on 2,000 days where someone has sat in the same spot in the middle of this bright red town and has showed up for whatever conversation, good, bad, indifferent, because sometimes it's bad. Y'all, we have been spat on. We have had firecrackers thrown at us. I've heard the N-word more times than I care to, and I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Hearing it where I grew up and hearing it in this very harsh context in this town was quite different. So we start with this one single message. So I want to share. We're going to pass around the next one. This one's plastic, okay? We had a local print store in town who had seen me sitting with this cardboard thing for about a month or so, maybe 2 months. And he comes to me and he goes, it seems like you're not going away. I'm like, no, I'm not going away. This has been really cool. I don't know why. Every day something new comes up. I'm not going away. He said, I'd like to do something for you because you bring this big, I would sit under trees when it was raining. Rain, sleet, nothing kept us away from that spot. 5 o'clock every day. He made 20 of these vinyl reprints for us, and we gave them away as tokens. There are the people who started kind of serving as regulars, they became a token. So this image, this particular round image in this particular town, we were at every downtown event. This showed up in the Jumbotron. This was on ESPN. because I got it in a stadium every time I went, right? This became a focal point. And it's real simple. It says, stop racism now. One time we had this guy sitting across the way. You know, a lot of times we're at an intersection where people are stopped. They're either like trying to cross a crosswalk, so they're waiting, right, or they're waiting for their car to be. So we would get people that would sometimes, while they're waiting in this few little minutes, want to have a conversation. And this guy in a truck, he's yelling at us. How are you going to stop racism? How are you going to stop racism? What are you going to do? What's the plan, white lady? We had developed this kind of rule for ourselves that when we can tell that there's certain type of energy, if somebody's not really ready to have the conversation we're going to have there, we're not going to engage. All right? And that's something that I learned from the civil rights leaders who trained to be lunchroom sitters. They trained themselves to hold their tongue, to take whatever was going to be dumped on them. And so me and my team, we were sitting there, we were holding the line. We're like, this is not energy that wants to, plus you're not in the context, you want to drive, you want to come sit down with us, fine. So we're just going to hold the line. But he's yelling, and there's this new person sitting there with us who's not a part of, doesn't know that doesn't quite understand that there's a strategy here for us holding the line. But I love what he did. He just kind of yelled back at this person, because we're going to do it one person at a time. It was so good. It was so good. Because I'm like, yes, that is what we are going to do. One conversation at a time. One parent teaching their child, one at a time. One teacher not putting it on their student to lead the race conversation, one at a time. We have to stop avoiding these things. Okay, and so I know I'm about out of my time, so I just wanted to share a couple of things from my box here, because I just wanted to introduce y'all to the story, because I want to come up and share over the next year or so, or however much time, individually pieces like the art that was created. So we have down here that you could see some. We expanded to multiple over the years, right? Other things became relevant, other topics became relevant. We had people that would sit regularly. This was mine. I became the baby killer, a resident baby killer in town. This got death threats. I was real surprised. People are angrier about this than they are. I'm telling you, that's a chapter to be written. But we had a lot of art, a lot of music. We danced. We would cry together in this space. We processed a lot of heavy emotions. Young people, old people, students. We had a student who, often what we would find with the students is that by the time they would come to us and have their first conversation, they were like, I've been walking by you for weeks. I've been working up what I want to say. I know. That's why one and done doesn't work. That's why one day of action, coming and going, isn't, because some people need to see it multiple times before they're brave enough to have this conversation. And if we don't create that space, that conversation is lost and is never going to be had. Because the places where our young people are meeting, social media, online, that's not designed for these conversations. Well, we have to build these spaces. And while the space that I happened to build just happened on its own, just because I was stubborn enough to keep showing up, what I do know is that if we are stubborn enough and we are creative enough, these spaces can be built. Okay. And so that's all I want to leave y'all with today, because I know we don't have time, but I would love for you to come by and see my treasure chest afterwards of art, poems, things that were left behind, gifts that were given by the community, ways in which we connected with, in this moment, we had local law enforcement. I had a regular sitting coffee once a month with the chief of police in this town because of this regular action. Mayor knew us pretty well. He was not a fan. but, you know. So that's all I want to kind of encourage us for today, is to think about creating these spaces for ourselves, however big, however small. How can we get out of this familiar bubble of just being around people who think and already agree with us? Because that's not doing us any good, right? I can hold conversations about tough topics in a way that I never could because I've put thousands of hours of practice and effort into it. It's by design, right? It started out by mistake, and now it is by design, you see? So I hope we can learn from my happy mistake. And now that I'm here, because I am in Texas, I have been looking for ways to do this. I've been marching by myself with this little sign and been collecting very similar and interesting data as far as the positives always outweighing the negatives. People need to see me walk by a couple of times, maybe before they said it, because I'd often pass on the same route and things like that. So look for this one around town now. All right, thank y'all so much.
Kelli, that was incredibly inspiring. Now is the time that we participate in the care of our church community by giving and receiving the offering. If you're contributing to your pledge today, please remember to write pledge on your check or cash envelope, and please put your name on it if it's cash so that we know to credit you. When the music begins, the ushers will they will present the offering basket to you, and all you have to do is drop your offering in, no passing required. In addition to the basket, and for those who are joining us at home, we have several options for making a Sunday offering. Please use the links on screen to give through our website, or by PayPal, or by using the Vanco mobile app. What is given in love is received with gratitude. May this church be worthy of all of your gifts. We will now proceed with the collection of the offering. Please remain seated after the music is over for the closing of our service.
And I'd like to again invite everybody to sing along with me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give to me. Don't you know that this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said, the world can't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
May we leave our time together with spirits uplifted and hearts enlivened, renewed in our quest for peace and justice, ready to face whatever comes our way with the trust in the steadfast love of the eternal.
This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Take it away! This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me.
I said
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. And I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
My friends, go in peace, go in love, and bring that joy out into the world.